Welcome everyone to Track Talk inside Formula 1. In today's episode, we're diving into the world of unexpected triumphs and heroic performances. Join us as we relive the top 10 underdog victories in Formula 1 history. From Olivier Panis' astonishing win in the chaotic Monaco rain to Pierre Gasly's breathtaking triumph at Monza, we'll explore how these remarkable races defied the odds and etched themselves into F1 history. Buckle up and prepare to be inspired by the stories of racing's most unexpected and celebrated victories. Get ready to experience the pulse-pounding excitement of F1's most unforgettable underdog moments. Let's get into it with number 10, John Lacey's victory at the 1995 Canadian Grand Prix. It was June 7th, 1995, a day special for Lacey as it marked his 31st birthday and a pivotal point in his racing career. Lacey, starting in 5th, showcased his skill and determination in a Ferrari that was not the fastest car on the grid that season. As fate would have it, the race leader, Michael Schumacher, faced gearbox issues, and Damon Hill's retirement paved the way for Lacey. But it wasn't just luck. Lacey drove with a mix of aggression and precision, a style that had won him many admirers, but until then, no victories. As Lacey crossed the finish line, the crowd erupted. It was a moment of pure joy and relief. Lacey's first and only win in Formula 1 was a testament to perseverance and talent. He took a victory lap with his friend Michael Schumacher waving the Canadian flag, a tribute to both Villeneuve and adoring Canadian fans. John Lacey's 1995 Canadian Grand Prix victory remains one of the most heartwarming underdog stories in F1 history. Number 9. Robert Kubica's victory at the 2008 Canadian Grand Prix. The setting was the Circuit de Villeneuve, a track that had witnessed Kubica's severe crash just a year earlier in 2007. Despite the severity of that accident, Kubica returned to the same circuit in 2008, demonstrating incredible courage and skill. Driving for BMW Sauber, Kubica was in excellent form. The race was a complex chess game of strategy and precision, with incidents reshaping the grid. Key moments include a pit lane mistake by Lewis Hamilton and challenges for other leaders. Kubica navigated through the chaos with a calculated and flawless approach. His victory showcased his driving excellence and his team's strategic brilliance. This win was more than overcoming the odds. It was a story of resilience, from a near career-ending crash to a glorious podium finish. What made Kubica's victory more profound was that it was his first and only win in Formula 1, and it also marked the first and only win for the BMW Sauber team. Robert Kubica's sole victory represents his resilience and makes it one of the best underdog wins. Number 8. Giancarlo Fisichella's victory at the 2003 Brazilian Grand Prix. This race at the Interlagos circuit was nothing short of dramatic, filled with rain, accidents, and uncertainty. Fisichella, driving for the small Jordan team, faced an uphill battle against the dominant teams of the era. The race, affected by heavy rain, was a test of skill and endurance. Fisichella, starting from 8th on the grid, navigated the treacherous conditions with remarkable finesse. Amidst the chaos, frontrunners faced various issues, opening the door for an underdog to emerge. In a stunning turn of events, Fisichella seized the opportunity. He drove with a combination of caution and courage, adapting swiftly to the changing conditions. His performance was a blend of experience and instinct, showing his underrated talent in Formula 1. The race ended prematurely due to a severe crash, adding to the drama. Initially, Fisichella was declared the runner-up, but upon review, it was concluded that he was leading the race when the race was stopped. This correction awarded him the victory, his first in Formula 1. Giancarlo Fisichella's victory stands out as one of the most memorable victories in Formula 1. Number 7. Mark Webber's victory at the 2009 German Grand Prix. This race at the Nürburgring marked a significant milestone in Webber's Formula 1 career. After years in the sport, the Australian driver was still chasing his elusive first win, and the 2009 season presented him with a golden opportunity. Driving for Red Bull Racing, Webber stood on pole position, a testament to his and the team's growing prowess. However, the race was far from straightforward. Webber faced a drive-through penalty early in the race, challenge to his quest for victory. Despite the setback, Webber's determination was unwavering. He showcased a masterful blend of speed and strategy, clawing his way back to the front. His driving was a mix of aggressive overtakes and consistent lap times, proving his skill and mental fortitude under pressure. Webber's ability to overcome the odds and secure his first Formula 1 victory was a moment of triumph and emotion. The win was not just a personal achievement, but also an important moment for Red Bull Racing, cementing the status as a competitive force in the sport. Mark Webber's win at the 2009 German Grand Prix stands out as a classic underdog story. Number 6. Jenson Button's victory at 2006 Hungarian Grand Prix. This race at the Hungaroring was set against a backdrop of challenging weather conditions, turning the event to a test of skill and adaptability for all drivers. Button, driving for a Honda, faced a considerable challenge. Starting 14th on the grid, he had a mountain to climb in a car that was competitive but not the fastest in the field. The wet conditions of the track added to the complexity of the race, making every decision and maneuver critical. The race was characterized by changing weather, with rain making the track slippery and unpredictable. Button navigated these challenges with exceptional skill. His ability to manage the tires and pace himself through the changing conditions was exemplary. Amidst the chaos, which saw several leading drivers including Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher facing difficulties, Button seized his opportunity. He displayed a combination of prudent judgment and overtaking prowess, steadily climbing up the ranks. Button's win at the Hungarian Grand Prix was his first in Formula 1, a long-awaited moment in his career which set the tone for the rest of his career. Number 5. Pastor Maldonado's victory at the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix. This race at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya was a defining moment in Maldonado's Formula 1 career, and a surprising turn in the season's narrative. Maldonado, driving for Williams, was not among the usual suspects for race wins, with the team having struggled to find top form in the preceding years. However, the team painted a different picture. Maldonado claimed pole position, an achievement that already raised eyebrows and set the stage for the intriguing race. The race itself was a tight contest. Maldonado faced stiff competition, particularly from the fierce Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari, who was racing in front of his home crowd. The tension was palpable as the two drivers battled for supremacy, trading places at the front. Maldonado's performance was a blend of aggression and composure. He maintained his nerve, managing his tires and pace with the expertise of a seasoned pro. Crossing the finish line in first place, Maldonado secured not only his first win in Formula 1, but also the first for Williams since 2004. It was a victory that defied expectations and demonstrated that in Formula 1, underdogs could rise to the occasion. However, despite this high point, Maldonado's career in F1 subsequently saw a mix of challenging performances and controversies, and could never recreate an awe-inspiring performance like this again. Number 4. Sebastian Vettel's victory at the 2008 Italian Grand Prix. This race at the iconic Monza circuit was a significant moment in Vettel's Formula 1 career and a historic event in the sport's history. Vettel, driving for Toro Rosso, a team not typically in the contention for race wins, faced the challenge of a rain-soaked Monza. The conditions were treacherous, leveling the playing field and putting a premium on driving skill. Vettel started from pole position, displayed maturity and talent beyond his years. Throughout the race, Vettel was in a league of his own. His control and speed in the wet conditions were reminiscent of the great rain masters of Formula 1 like Ayrton Senna. He navigated the challenging track with precision, showcasing his potential as a future star in the sport. Crossing the finish line, Vettel became the youngest driver at the time to win a Formula 1 Grand Prix. A record that stood as a testament to his exceptional talent. The victory was not just a personal triumph, but also a monumental achievement for Toro Rosso, marking the first and only win as a team. This victory was just the start of Vettel's ascent to the top of Formula 1, where he would go on to win 4 world championships. Number 3. Johnny Herbert's victory at the 1999 European Grand Prix. This race, held at the Nürburgring, was one of the most chaotic and unpredictable events in Formula 1 history, setting the stage for a remarkable underdog story. Herbert, driving for Stewart Grand Prix, a team not typically seen at the front of the grid, found himself in a race filled with drama and attrition. The changing weather conditions, coupled with multiple accidents and mechanical failures, turned the race to the survival of the fittest. Starting from 14th on the grid, Herbert's chances of victory seemed slim. However, as the race unfolded, numerous front-runner and Michael Schumacher encountered issues dramatically altering the complexion of the race. Amidst the chaos, Herbert, drove a smart and consistent race and crossed the finish line to take his third career win. Johnny Herbert's triumph at the 1999 European Grand Prix remains one of the great underdog stories in Formula 1 history. Number 2, my personal favorite underdog win, Pierre Gasly's victory at the 2020 Italian Grand Prix. This race at the legendary Monza circuit was a spectacular display of unpredictability and excitement in Formula 1, leading to one of the most remarkable underdog wins in recent history. Gasly, driving for AlphaTauri, a team that not has seen a win since Sebastian Vettel's triumph in 2008, faced an unusual race dynamic. The race was turned on its head due to a rare mistake by Mercedes during a pit stop and a penalty for Lewis Hamilton, shaking up the usual order. Starting from 10th on the grid, Gasly's prospects for victory seemed distant as the race onset. However, as events unfolded, including a red flag that halted the race, the Frenchman found himself in a position to challenge for the lead. What followed was a masterclass in precision, driving, and control. Gasly defended his position with determination and was closing in fast in the latter stages of the race. Crossing the finish line in first place, Gasly's victory was not just a personal milestone, but also an important moment for the AlphaTauri team. Seems like Monza is a lucky circuit for the AlphaTauri team with 2 unlikely wins at this venue. Before we move on to the best underdog win in Formula 1, let's look at some honorable mentions. First one is Daniel Ricciardo's victory at the 2021 Italian Grand Prix at the iconic Monza circuit. This race was a spectacular showcase of skill, strategy, and a bit of racing fortune, leading to one of the most heartwarming underdog wins in recent Formula 1 history. Ricciardo, driving for McLaren, a team that had not run a race since 2012, approached the Italian Grand Prix with hopes but perhaps not expectations of victory. The McLaren cars had been showing signs of competitiveness, but a win still seemed a stretch against the dominant teams of the era. Starting from the front row alongside his teammate Lando Norris, Ricciardo seized the lead at the start. The race was filled with drama, including a significant crash involving the title contenders Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, which effectively took them out of contention. Crossing the finish line to take his first win since 2018, Ricciardo's victory was not just a personal triumph for McLaren, marking return to the top step of the podium after nearly a decade. Another honorable mention is Lewis Hamilton's victory at the 2013 Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungaroring. Hamilton, having joined Mercedes in 2013, was still in the early stages of his journey with a team that had not yet established itself as the dominant force it would later become. The Hungaroring, known for its tight and twisty layout, posed a significant challenge, especially in the searing summer heat. Starting from pole position, Hamilton faced an intense race. Track conditions were demanding, with high temperatures affecting top performance and overall car handling. The competition was fierce, with rivals like Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen presenting a constant threat. Throughout the race, Hamilton showcased his exceptional talent. His ability to manage the tires, maintain a strong pace, and keep his rivals at bay was a display of his skill and his experience. He navigated the demanding circuit with precision, proving his mastery in different race conditions. Crossing the finish line to take the victory, Hamilton's win kick-started years of Mercedes dominance to come. Now, let's look at the best underdog win in Formula 1 history. At number 1, we have Olivier Panis' victory at the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix. This race, held in the prestigious streets of Monte Carlo, is remembered as one of the most extraordinary and unpredictable races in Formula 1 history, setting the stage for a truly remarkable underdog story. Panis, driving for the Leggero team, was not among the favorites in a race typically dominated by the top teams. The 1996 Monaco Grand Prix was characterized by treacherous wet conditions, leading to numerous accidents and retirements among the leading drivers. Starting from 14th on the grid, Panis' prospects for victory seemed distant, especially given the challenging conditions and the high attrition rate at Monaco. However, as the race unfolded, the unexpected became reality. One by one, the frontrunners either crashed out or encountered mechanical issues. In a race where simply finishing was an achievement, Panis excelled. He drove a cautious yet assertive race, masterfully navigating the slippery streets and avoiding the chaos that claimed many of his competitors. His performance was a blend of patience, skill, and seizing the moment when it mattered most. Crossing the finish line, Panis secured not only his first but also his only win in Formula 1. Out of the 21 starters, only 4 cars finished the race, making it one of the most attrition-filled races in the sport's history. Olivier Panis' triumph at the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix remains a standout underdog victory, an example of the unpredictability of Formula 1 and the unique challenges of street racing. That's all for today on Track Talk inside Formula 1. We've relived the thrill of Formula 1's most unforgettable underdog victories, from Olivier Panis' remarkable win in Monaco to Pierre Gasly's surprise triumph at Monza. These stories of resilience and unexpected success remind us why we love the sport. Thank you for joining us on this journey through F1's most inspiring moments. Until next time, keep the passion alive and stay tuned for more Formula 1 excitement.